Hey you guys, welcome to my Overwatch 2 tier list. I know this one has been requested a lot, saying that I am a top 30 Overwatch 2 player. So I hope you guys will enjoy, but let's get right into this one. So first up we got Ana, okay? She's a good damage hero. She has a lot of support potential. Her grenade, it does a lot of flashbang damage. It's great to throw in tight spaces when you can just blind the enemy. It's a great hero. I think I'll have to put her in C for cool tier. Next up, we got Ashe, McCree 2.0, that's what they called her when she was released. I know there was a lot of buzz around her grenade that she threw, that threw sharpnels everywhere. It's a big thing in the game now. A lot of people hate it. They're saying it needs to be removed. So I'll put her in the S for stupid tier. Next up, we got Baptiste. So Baptiste, he's a great guy. He has a really cool glass, I guess you could call it. I don't know. He kind of wears that thing on his head, but he's a cool guy. His weapon does a lot of damage when you hit your shots. He does healing as well, so he's a cool tank hero, but I think for that we'll put him in the cool tier as well. Next up, we got the Bastion from Minecraft. Everyone loved it in the Nether update. It did a ton of stuff. A lot of piglins, a lot of pigs. Bastion, he's another cool guy. I'll put him in D for dumb. Next up, we got Bridge. Bridge is, she bridges, and she has a shield like another hero on this list, but her shield is a lot better because it's tinier, so it's harder to hit, so you get less damage done on it. So therefore, she goes in the B tier for bum. Next up, we got, what was this guy's name? Kevin. Okay, this one's Kevin. I just researched it. This guy's name is Kevin. So Kevin, I don't really know much about him, although I do know that he was based off of the hero Ashe, who was in the S tier. So I think based on that, we'll put him along with Bastion in the dumb tier. Next up, we have Doom Guy. Doom Guy, fan favorite. Everyone loves how fast he is. He's basically Sonic, and everybody loves that in games. Everyone wants to go fast in video games. More developers need to add that. So for that, we're gonna put him and S for speed. Next up, we have Robot Woman. Robot Woman is a classic hero, one of the first Overwatch heroes to ever be added. Great support hero, definitely one you want to go for because of her dual potential with her mech and baby robot form. I think it's a great addition to the game. They need to add more heroes like this, so for that, we're putting her in the dumb tier. Next up, we have Blue Robot. Blue Robot is one of the most basic heroes ever added. Awesome hero, great potential for a presidential candidate. I'm gonna have to put him in the A tier for awesome. Next up, we have Hanzo. Hanzo is one of the best flankers in the game, has a lot of potential with his sonic arrow. It does so much damage. Headshots are a near insta-kill on tanks. So for that reason, we're gonna put Hanzo right in the D tier. Okay, you guys, next up we have Junkrat. Junkrat is one of the best heroes with his arrows and his bow. Bow does a lot of damage if you can hit your shots. It's really cool. I like how they have the scatter arrow. That was a great addition back in 2012 when the game was first released. So we're gonna put him along with his sister in D tier. Next up we have, who was this? Let me look it up again. Next up we have Junker Queen. I don't really know much about this one like Kevin. I had to look him up. So she has, from the picture, she has a lot of piercings. So for that, we'll put her in the P tier for piercings. Next up, we have Junkrat. I think there's two Junkrats in this game for some reason. One of them has a bow and arrow. Another one has a rocket launcher. The rocket launcher is a great, cool weapon. You can do a lot of stuff like rocket riding that was existing a couple years ago, but thankfully it was patched. It really ruined the game for a little bit. His fun potential is awesome, but I think because he's Junkrat, we'll put him in the B for bum tier. Next up, we have the Cat Lady. Furries around the world have been excited for this hero. It's a great addition for all the dum-dums out there who wanted this hero. She has an ability that heals you to 1000%, and everyone loves it except for everyone who hates it. So for that, we're putting her in the S tier. Next up, we have Beatbox. He does a lot of music damage. It's a new category they added with this sequel. He has cool glasses and he has a little goatee as well. That puts him in the A for awesome tier. Next up, we have Ice Wall. She has this ability called May where she puts a snowball in your face and it does a lot of damage. It's about 20 damage. So whenever that happens, you know you have to run away. So for that, we're putting her in the C for cool tier. Next up, we have Woman. Woman is one of the staple characters of Overwatch 2 and the base game Overwatch 3. I think based on her damage potential with her ultimate called Valkyrie, it's a cool ultimate, and just for that, we'll put her in the bum tier. Next up, we have Moira. This is one of my favorite characters. So awesome to play. She has a bunch of abilities that do no damage unless you're good at the character, which takes a lot of skill, and this is a skill-based character, so for that we're putting her in the S tier for skill-based. Next up, we have Orisa. I think I'll put her in the... Okay, there we go. Next up we have Farah. Farah is like Pharaoh, and she is from Egypt, so therefore she is Egyptian. So we put her in the A for awesome tier because Egyptian. This is the newest character from Overwatch 6. This one is called Romotro. He is a robot, as you can see. He's purple and white. Very cool color scheme. A lot of people were asking that he would be replaced with a different robot, but this robot is cooler because he's big and he's a damage hero that does a lot of tank abilities. We'll put him in the robot tier for with all the other robots like Bastion from Minecraft. Okay, this one is one of my favorites. This one is Reaper. I know him in person. He's a funny guy. I've told him a lot of jokes. He's laughed at my jokes. He's told me a lot of jokes. He's laughed at the jokes he's told me. So for that, we're putting him in the F for funny tier. Next up, we have Reinhardt from the hit game Ryan's Burritos. Everyone knows his burritos. They know how good they are. They taste great. His shield ability in the game has a lot of burrito potential with his tacos as well. I know it's controversial take, but we'll have to put him up here in the C for cool tier because of his burritos. Next up, we have Road Guy. He drives a lot of cars. As you can tell, he has road in his name. He even has a tire on his back, as you can see. He has a hook. He does a lot of fishing. He even has his own fishing pole. It is a great character. For that, we're going to put him with his father, Junkrat, in B tier. Next up, we have Floating Man. Floating Man floats a lot, and he likes rock music for some reason. He throws potatoes at other players. It's really funny, but at the same time, it can be very annoying when his potatoes go into bake mode and they do a lot more damage. It can really disrupt the offense of your defense, but for that, we're going to put him in P for potatoes. Next up, we have Soldier 78. Soldier 78 is the first woman added in this game. Everyone was saying they needed more women, and I think everyone hates this character because she's dumb, and no one likes her, except for the people who do like her, who are mentally deranged. But everyone else loves her, so I think for that reason, we'll put her in S for Soldier. Next up, we have Sojourn. Sojourn was the latest character to be added in Minecraft. Minecraft is another game that's similar to Overwatch by the fact that you build. In this game, you build insanity by playing it more and more. You start to become mentally deranged, and I think that's why we'll have to put Sojourn along with Bum tier. Next up, we have Sombra. Sombra is a hacker man. Everyone loves hacking. It's great to get your credit cards and social security numbers stolen. I think everyone's had it done at some point. Everyone's lost hundreds of thousands of dollars and are in crippling debt. So I think everyone loves to play this character to relieve their insanity. I think we'll place Sombra in the S tier for skill-based soldier Sombra. Next up, we have Symmetra, I think is the name, because she is very symmetrical in her ability to throw cubes and triangles at you. That's why they call her Symmetra, because of her love for shapes. And I think all the math teachers who play this game are going to love this character because of her math and algebra. Everyone loves algebra. Everyone loves graphs and data and everything that has to do with math. So I think we'll place her in the D for dumb tier because no one likes math. Next up, we have Dwarf from Lord of the Rings. Dwarf is a great guy. He's really funny, just like Reaper. But I think the thing that sets him apart is that he's very short, and everyone loves the short guy, so I think we'll put him in F for funny. Next up, we have Tracer, the time traveler. Everyone loves time traveling. There's a movie about it called Jumanji where they travel back in time to go see their older selves. It's a great movie, but anyway, we're gonna get back to Tracer. Tracer has a lot of cool stuff. She can blink like you and me, but her blinking makes her travel across the world, so for that we're gonna put her in B for bum. Next up we have Spider-Man. She has a little flinger thing that makes her fling across the map, and everyone loves her machine gun that shoots a lot of bullets out of it, and it does 1000 damage per headshot. So I think for that we're gonna put her in S for stupid speed skill based soldier Sombra. I don't know what this tier is anymore. Next up we have my personal favorite, Monkey. Monkey is exactly what he is. He's a monkey gorilla. Everyone loves gorillas. They're funny, they're cute, they're big, they're fat, they're dumb, they're stupid, they're smart at the same time. Everyone thinks it's awesome. So I think for that, along with his Tesla cannon that does a lot of damage, we'll put him in the awesome tier. Next up we have Hamster. Hamster is exactly what you think he is. He's a hamster, but at the same time his mother and father was a mouse and a rat, so everyone's confused by his lore. So I think for that we're gonna have to put him in the C for cool tier. But we're making it to our final two heroes. Zarya is the second to last. Zarya is a woman who has muscles, which is the only character who has muscles in this game, and I think it's fair to put her the awesome tier. Next up we have our final character, Zenyatta. He has a lot of balls. He throws his balls on you, and you don't like it when he does that because you get more damage done to you. So for that, we're gonna put him in the C for cool tier. There we go, you guys. There is my Overwatch 16 tier list. Share it with all your favorite content creators. Let them know who is the best Overwatch 2 player, and let them see this tier list so they can know truly who are the best and worst characters in the game. But I thank you guys. I'll end it off here, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, you guys.